So this morning, I heard that New York is officially back. We have a lot of announcements here as far as opening. So you don't have to order food anymore with the drink starting this weekend. I always thought this was the stupidest rule. And then on May 17th, the outdoor curfew was lifted. So there's no curfew like for outside dining. And
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, and then May 31st, the indoor curfew is completely gone. And then July 1st, New York is just going to be open.
Ooh. Out here, I don't know when things are going to be fully open again, but we don't have the outdoor requirement for food ordering anymore. Like you can be outdoors and just order a drink. But I can't wait for things to open up so I can get in the pool.
Yes, like your place has a pool, right?
It does.
I mean, I'm sure that was a non-negotiable.
I have a lot of non-negotiables.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was like a total happy accident because as an East Coaster, I thought California would have way more pools. I thought California would be warmer. It's like low-key chilly out here, but I just ended up in this place where it did have a heated pool. Did that influence my decision? Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
A skosh. Honestly, I took the apartment because of the strong gates. This place is a fortress and a maze, so no one can find me and no one can hurt me.
Okay. Yeah, Northern California, it gets pretty chilly. Like in San Francisco, I feel like I always got to have like a sweater or a hoodie wrapped around my waist or something, or have a bag to have like a sweater in or something.
That's how they got started on the whole non-plastic bags here because because you are absolutely right. You'll get a little bit of summer in the day, but every evening it'll get down to fall or light winter, but still not as bad as New York.
Yeah, but this whole week I'm just so excited. Like yesterday, I wore a short sleeve shirt out for the first time. It was like 85 degrees. I had to go outside and enjoy it. But yeah, we don't have anything under 50 like anymore, like for the next 2 weeks.
Well, now I will not be getting summer until September. It doesn't get warm out here until. I saw the look on your face. Yeah, I was surprised too, because I moved here in October and I didn't know, like, oh, y'all get summer late. Like their summer is September and October, but the weather is weird out here, but I don't mind it. You get 4 seasons a day.
That's fine. That's fine. You're going to have an amazing Pride in June.
Well, yeah, this will be like the first Pride.
You're going to have like a Pride. Like it's going to be open,
I hope it's going to be open. San Francisco's very cautious. I finally got my first shot. I'm hoping it's going to be open, but I'm tepidly optimistic. Because I don't want to get my hopes up and be like, ooh, it's going to be open, and then it's not, and I'm like,
Right.
But if it is open, it's going to be, in the words of For It's Rocks, a stone cold groove. I mean, I'm going to not just act a fool, I'm going to act an ass.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you're going to get that leg up.
Yes!
Ooh, that hurt. Okay, that hurt.
I will be getting that leg up for the past year. A whole lot of leg ain't been up. The leg will be up. Actually, I'm gonna be Candy Burris to the bullshit.
Giving birth?
Don't even need stirrups. Just look, I can hold them. Hold it.
We got it.
They ready. Both legs are ready. It's not just that one leg. Both are ready to be up. It's been a long year.
Yes. So I guess we can get to these topics. The first one comes from a show that I was just watching it because I was like, isn't that girl from House Party? Apparently she's a life coach on Love and Hip Hop, like the couples edition.
Oh, I know her name. I know.
AJ something.
Yes, AJ Johnson.
She looks good. Like, I was just like, where do I know her from? So I kept the TV on that because of her.
AJ Johnson is the one who got Gabrielle Union to say, "Is your house any bigger? Did you get the guy?" That's where that came from.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she was talking. She had Mendices and Yandy talking to each other, and everybody is talking about it. Basically, the question was posed to Mendices, like if the roles were reversed and Yandy was the one in jail, would he hold her down? He was like, you know what? I don't know. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like we've seen, like I've actually watched Love and Hip Hop New York in the earlier seasons when she had the whole Mendices down. She held him down, like dealt with his baby mom, took care of a son that wasn't hers, dealt with his crazy mom with the wigs. Like she's been through so much.
With the wigs. Well, I never thought that much of Mendices. I remember running into him on 125th, right by Planet Fitness when I used to go there.
Is he short? He seemed like he got short man complex.
I would say we're giants, so everybody's short to us.
Well, short to me for a man, and a lot of people say this is the average height, but I think short for me is like under 5'10".
I can't remember exactly. He wasn't tiny. He wasn't like, let's see, who's a good runt to use as an example? Little Bow Wow. He wasn't a little Bow Wow. I would still consider him diminutive. But yes, that's the word of the day, diminutive.
Yeah, but I just felt so bad for Yandy. Like that was probably the most hurtful thing he could tell her. That's so embarrassing. Like, what a sorry ass N-word. To even not hold your baby mama down. Like, not everybody is papoose, you know?
Oh, now that's true. That's the difference. That is the difference. It's just how people were raised. Yandy had to deal with Mendice's crazy mom, so we saw he didn't have that foundation. Papoose' mom knows how to raise a man.
It was just sad. And then there was a backlash, of course. So then he came out with the statement.
He wasn't lying about being sorry. It was just a shock that, wow, you really gonna be this sorry in public? For real?
He should have just lied. You know, even if you don't mean it, lie.
Sometimes some questions are best not to be asked or answered.
Right. So he said, FYI, I never said I wouldn't have held Yandy down. Okay, you said you couldn't answer the question, actually. I felt like I didn't want to say what everyone wanted me to say because it sounds good and salacious. What I meant was, you don't know what you'll do until you are in that situation and they become your circumstances and you figure it out. I believe actions speak louder than words and love conquers all. And if anybody knows me, they know I love my family. He should have got a publicist to write that.
That was a lot of word garble and it said nothing.
Right. He said he didn't know. Like, you can roll the tape.
Roll that beautiful bean footage because what? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Right. She should leave him. She really should.
She shouldn't have held him down.
You're right. But the thing is, he was tormenting her from jail. He was like, why didn't you call me? Or like, how come I haven't heard from you? You know, like has a woman that's raising your kids and has a 9-to-5. And she's filling your commissary box.
It's like, I'm sorry, I have to work to make sure everybody's okay. That's why I didn't call you. But this is why I say Yandy, I like Yandy, but that was her choice. For what she likes him, I guess it's good. It must be amazing. He must have her like this. I couldn't imagine. It's gotta be amazing. He has to be able to provide her with something else no one can provide, and it's clearly not money or stability. So I guess it's leg up. I hope that's what it is. At least there's a reason.
That is actually the perfect segue for our next topic, because Tristan Thompson has allegedly cheated on Khloe again.
Wait, you can't cheat on someone when y'all aren't together. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. They are not together. They like to play it fast and loose with the rules. So that is not your man. Tristan Thomas is here for the streets. I am tired. These men have community D. It must be good. If you want to try it, go ahead. Go ahead and feel free, but do not expect them to ever be faithful. Do not expect them to ever provide emotional stability for you because they are for the streets. And you knew it. We are not in our 20s anymore. We know how the world works. For the love of God, can we stop pretending? Tristan Thompson can't cheat because he was never yours. That's like saying Future cheated. That's like saying, I own the air. You don't. It is for everybody.
At this point, she has to just be a part of it. We need to just respect Tristan's privacy at this point.
Exactly.
Seriously. Basically, this woman came out. She's an Instagram model. Shocking. Sydney Chase claimed in a new interview that she hooked up with the Boston Celtics player in January of this year. She said it was peekaboo dick. But baby, it was good.
What's peekaboo?
In regards to Thompson's uncut penis.
Oh, he's uncircumcised. Okay, peekaboo.
He told her he was not in a relationship anymore, so I said, okay, she alleged. We talked, we hung out multiple times, we went out together, everything. She claimed that she flat out asked the star, are you single? And he said, yes. And then she came out with a statement once, the shit hit the fan. She says that their contact has been as recent just as a few weeks ago, like April 12th, following his daughter True Thompson's birthday.
Well, he has two baby mamas. You know he did the first baby mama dirty. He got with Chloe and does her dirty. So it is what it is. You signed up for this. What you wanted was clout.
Yeah.
And apparently to try it out, it must be good. This community D that's going around like Future and Tristan Thompson and Nick Cannon, it must be amazing. They must get you in that bedroom and it must be, to put up with the nonsense that y'all put up with, it must be spectacular.
I pose a question to you and the live audience. Do we feel sorry for Chloe? Because for me, you lose them how you got them, but I'm not even sure what their relationship is anymore.
I can't feel sorry for anyone who doesn't, I feel sorry for Chloe, but I don't know where enough of her unique parts are to get them together to feel sorry for Chloe. That's like feeling sorry for, a Barbie doll. It's all been put together too much. You change heads, so I don't know which head to feel sorry for.
You know what? That's a good point. I don't know what part of Chloe's is real. There's more of Chloe in True, her daughter, than Chloe.
That's Chloe. That's the only actual thing of Chloe that we know of is True. That is the only True. That's why she called her True. That's her true DNA.
Yes. Oh, boy. But moving on. So Lil' Kim announced that she is coming out with a memoir, and it's going to be coming out on November 2nd. Now, I am very excited for this. I think it's going to be just as juicy as Mariah's memoir. Lil' Kim has lived a life. She has lived such a life. And I want to hear all about it.
So that's a great tie-in. She was the original Khloe Kardashian. I just want to know in her memoir, are you going to be dark-skinned or are you going to be the complexion that you've turned yourself into now?
I'm sure it's going to go by the chapter. By chapter, 12 or 15, we're going to be Asian.
We're going to watch you go from Naturi Naughton to Lori Harvey. We're going to see it all. It's it should be a flip. If it's going to be a book, it should be a flip book. Where we get to just, remember those little flip books that we had as kids? Where you just watch the stick man walk and change. We would, watch you go from 4C to 3A.
Oh my God.
Let's hey, it's real. Let's document the journey.
Well, I'm interested in hearing, how she came up, the relationship with Biggie, the whole faith love triangle, her time in jail, the beef with her and Nikki, plastic surgery too. They said she was gonna touch on the plastic surgery, just touch on it.
Now, I'm sorry, they did a complete remodel on your face. It was a complete, I call it a gut reno. So if you're going to have a gut reno, now they're just going to touch on the plastic surgery. Okay, I mean, you sensitive about it. That's fine. It's your life. It's your story. We see it. It is what it is. But you just going to touch on the plastic surgery. You have literally transformed yourself. You were the first Chloe. You were the first one to switch out your head and complexion, but we're just going to touch on the plastic surgery. We can talk about colorism in our community. We can talk about how you were pressured to do it and you succumbed to the pressures. You're a human. It's okay. Let's talk about it. Let's dig deep. Remember on the Cosby Show, that episode when Claire was with her girls and they were talking about that teacher that they had that kept saying, dig deeper, dig deeper. She had a nightmare where she kept tearing off the hat, dig deeper, dig deeper. We can dig deeper. It's okay.
I didn't watch the Cosby shows.
Well, I didn't mean to. It happened when I was growing up.
No, I'm just saying. But I believe you. It sounds like a funny scene.
The Talk becomes the lowest rated daytime program following Sharon Osbourne's exit. Okay, no, it was already low rated and they weren't offering anything. Cheryl needs her own show. Can I get a Tell Me Cheryl?
Yeah, that show is falling apart. Like one of the hosts, like the Asian one, she took a leave of absence.
She just said, I'm done with the crap. Ain't nobody watching. The show hadn't been that good in a minute, but...
And she was the token Asian they put in place because of Les Moonves' wife. I forgot her name.
Does it matter?
It doesn't.
I'll call her the big brother heifer. You know who we talking about.
Yes. But did you see the reunion, like part 1 of Atlanta?
I have not. I have to apologize to everybody. I had to clock out of being Alexander Diane Rodgers, and I had to clock into being Al just for a minute. This was one of the biggest moments in my life. Don't know if I'll get another one. So I needed to celebrate it, recalibrate. And it was also a moment where I had to sit down and worry about me and not Nene. For the first time in, I've been doing this show, we've been doing this show for 3 years. I've been doing the channel for about 10, been doing stand-up for 12, and this was the first time in 12 years I actually got to think about me first. So no, I didn't see the reunion. Sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and just be like, I'll get back to it when I get back to it.
I get it. For those of you who did, it was okay, actually, The only people that spoke was Portia, Kenya, and Drew. Like, I feel like Candy and Cynthia, they hardly said anything for the first part of the reunion.
They didn't have anything to say all season. All Candy showed up to that reunion with, Candy only showed up with a shitty wig, and Cynthia's, just go along to get along. She's just there. She knows how to be a good extra. She knows how to be supporting cast. I mean, Drew was talking, but did you ever talk about what happened in Tampa? Are we going to get to Tampa?
They talked about it in shitty production. They added a drum roll to it. Like, I'm just like, really?
I don't know who's doing their sound effects, but they make me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like how they'll use church music on that show.
Oh, yeah, like when Portia was praying, like, Jesus, take me to the higher.
Exactly. That one, you stole that from Mariah, and two, it just like, if it's a black editor, I'd be comfortable, but if somebody's white back there doing that, I'm like, If it's us, I get it. I'm cool with it, but I need to see who's pulling it.
While we're on Housewives news, like in Atlanta, I think I forgot to mention this in another episode, but Fallon, she already divorced her husband. She was only married for 2 years. It's pretty sad because they're having like a really bitter divorce right now. It's like a battle. And
God, not a bitter divorce.
yeah, and he's alleging that she cheated on him.
I mean, I could see it.
And you know they're in Fulton County, so we got all the details here.
Oh my God, let me show y'all something. Y'all aren't gonna believe this. I got some wonderful, wonderful housewarming gifts, but I got this. Fulton County. My friend that gave it to me, she was just like, I just need you to sometimes like pull it up when you're talking about Fulton County.
Yes. Oh my God, like I had with the shade fan. I haven't used the shade fan in so long. But for those of you, who are interested, I will be in Fulton County for Memorial Day weekend. I'll be there for a week in Atlanta. Just enjoying stuff. I've lived in Atlanta for 5 years, so I definitely want to check out Candy's new restaurant. I might go to the Lenithia Lounge. You just never know. So,
you know what? I'm gonna be like Nene. Neverland. I'm gonna need to see the Lenithian Lounge finished and complete and open. So thank God you're going to see if it's really the Lenithia Lounge or if it's Neverland.
Neverland. Yeah.
And can you swing by Sheree's foreclosure?
If someone can let me know where it is, I will.
I heard a long time ago it was by a bus station on a busy route.
I thought it was on West Paces Ferry. Like I would always take that route to go to work. But because she lived near Phaedra, I think. Or maybe she lived near Kenya, actually.
Yeah, she and Kenya, Kenya's ditch. You've got Sheree's Hill, her foreclosed hill, and then when you go down, it's Kenya's ditch. But don't go by Kenya's ditch.
Moving on. So remember last week we talked about the Housewives All-Stars vacation thing. Well, it is official now. Like, we've seen Instagrams of all the ladies on their private jets. Cynthia and Kenya and Kyle or whatever. Like, they're all headed to Turks and Caicos.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that name you said? I don't think you pronounced it correctly.
Kyle.
Still didn't give me my tell me, Cheryl!
Do I have to do that every episode? Oh my God.
Not every episode, but I don't always have to do raw.
Yes. Tell me, Cheryl, tell me. Can't wait to see how that looks going back. But yeah, they're all confirmed. The villa is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous 7-bedroom villa. Apparently the drama has started already. It's Ramona versus Kenya. Allegedly, Ramona called Kenya a bitch. And I mean, as long as she didn't call her a black bitch, it don't matter to me.
It's going to be very interesting now that we are, I hate to say it, but it is the truth. We're really integrating these reality shows, and it's black and white people can have drama and it can not be racially based. Like maybe Kenya did something bitchy. We've seen her do something bitchy before.
Look.
So it's gonna be, it'll be interesting to see how people feel about it. Cause I heard that and I'm like, exactly. It's like, did she call her? And even if she didn't call her a black bitch, it's the tone, it's the time. Now, if it was a moment where we can all say, you were being a bitch, it is what it is. Like, I'll never forget you saying, your first impression of me was, Kenya Moore is an asshole. And she was being an asshole, so it was correct. I wasn't being...
misogynistic?
There we go. I wasn't being misogynistic. I was just saying the sky is blue, water is wet, Kenya Moore is an asshole. So it's going to be interesting to see how, is Ramona racist? Are these white women going to be looked at racist? Like we saw on Beverly Hills, like all the girls were scared to interact with Garcelle because they were like, if I fight with you, I'm going to look racist, so I'm going to just shut up. I'll never forget how Kyle shut the fuck up when she started talking. I had never seen, ooh. She closed her mouth and sipped her water.
Oh, she went right back to eating her food. Sat there and ate her food.
She said, what we're not going to do, I don't want these problems.
So it's funny that you say that because, Ebony K. Williams was on Wendy Williams' show today. And she was saying that on New York, the ladies didn't hold back around her. They were themselves. And she got into it with Luann, and she got into it with Ramona during filming. So I can't wait to see that.
I love her trailer where her comment was, "I'm the most educated woman at this table."
And she is. She was at college when she was 16. She got skipped 2 grades.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So she's that girl. She gets 2 snaps. She skips 2 grades.
Yeah, and she's a friend of a friend, so hopefully, like, I can meet her. But back to the Housewives All-Stars. So they confirmed it's going to be a series. They're going to do a new batch after that season. So there'll be maybe another season of it with different wives.
I think that's smart because they've done so much. I'd love to see them bring back Deshaun Snow. Like, let's get some of the cast-offs and friends.
You can at least say Sheree. You can at least say Sheree. Deshaun fucking Snow.
We haven't seen her in a while. I mean, everybody wants to bring back Phaedra. Everybody always talking about Phaedra. Why can't we put some respect on Deshaun Snow's name?
She is a 1-season wonder.
No, I disagree. She was on the first season of the franchise, and I feel like if she had been given a little more time, she could have brought it.
I disagree because she failed the final exam, which was the reunion. She didn't say anything.
True. Didn't have much to say. I mean, I'll say, like, Portia was able to stay because she, got up and did that testimony at the reunion. So maybe Deshaun Snow, if we could have given her another chance, I would give her another chance.
I want to tell you my list of who I think should be on season 2. So I put Karen, Ashley, Lisa Rinna, Sutton, Sonia, Dorinda, Portia, and Sheree.
You really love Sheree.
No, but I was going to say Portia and Phaedra, but I was like, it has to be someone Portia gets along with too. And I think people wouldn't mind seeing Sheree. But who else would it be? Candy?
Well, also not just somebody that Portia gets along with, but someone that won't tarnish the show's reputation with false allegations of sexual misconduct.
Well, yeah, but some people can say Portia did that.
True. I just don't like Felon Parks.
Oh, we know. I know. I cannot wait to review her triumphant return to watch what happens live.
I know we are all getting ready to get back out into the world this summer with wonderful new trips. And while you're on the way, whether you're listening to podcast, music, or your favorite TV shows, whether it's for work or play, you'll be on the move again this summer. And I think you should take Raycon earbuds with you. Podcast, music, or TV shows, Raycon wireless earbuds make all the difference. It's crisp, amazing, and powerful beats at half the price of other premium audio brands. Raycons look great and feel even better. They come in a range of cool colors and with customizable gel tips included for a comfortable in-ear fit. Raycons are built to go wherever you go, and with a quick, seamless Bluetooth pairing and a compact charging case.
So these are the Raycons that I have, which is my favorite color. And yeah, they fit in my ear so comfortably. They're discreet and they don't fall out. What I love about it most is the 24-hour battery life, as well as the portability. And when I'm walking 3 avenues to the train, definitely comes in handy as I'm listening to my favorite artists. I also use them for my gym workouts as well. I mean, they really are an absolute must-have for your daily grind. Now, Raycon's offering 15% off all their products for our Pop Roast listeners. And here's what you've got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/roast. There you'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order. And it's such a good deal, you'll want to grab a pair and a spare. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/roast. That's buyraycon.com/roast.
Janet Jackson's 2004 Super Bowl incident to be made into a documentary.
Yeah, I was actually scared to make it a topic today, but it's getting the Framing Britney Spears treatment.
I mean, that's one powerful titty.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
talk about that titty damn near 20 years later.
20 years ago almost. It's crazy.
And just one. Imagine if it had been both. The world would have stopped. It would have been like the Vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in watching it, but I mean, Janet's already coming out with her own documentary. So this could wait. This is a cash grab. This is basically a cash grab.
It's 2004. We're like, it 20 years ago, one tit, we cannot leave it alone. That is the most famous breast in the world.
A source close to page 6 says it's going to be all about the fallout and the suits who fucked over Janet at Viacom. The company that owned MTV, which produced the halftime show, and CBS, which broadcast the game. They're, quote, reaching out to everyone who was involved, from dancers to stylists, directors, everyone.
It was a wardrobe malfunction. I want to see the wardrobe person. I want to see the stylist. I want to see the seamstress. Like, I want to see who was responsible for the fallout. Literally, the fallout.
Huh. I mean, what else can we hear about this story that we already don't know? I guess we'll find out. They are milking this. No pun intended. No pun intended. Justin about to get a whole nother round. Like, he already apologized profusely, but now he's going to apologize again.
Does anybody care what Justin Timberlake has going on? We ain't listening to the music no more. He has his little movies that ain't nobody watching. Like, he's got his audience and his fans, and you know, he should have gotten plastic surgery on that nose, because as he got older, that nose started doing, you know.
It's giving a witchy poo tease right now.
That you took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, he has like a little witchy poo nose. I used to have the biggest crush on Justin, like around the Justify era days.
A lot of us had a crush on Justin in the Justify days.
They won't admit it in the comments though, but you know what? It's okay. It is okay. Because I keeps it real on the roast, okay? So, to my surprise, I was watching the Wendy Williams show, and I didn't expect Wendy Williams to get into it on air with Joseline Hernandez, like on live TV, going back and forth. Joseline shows violence. Like, I just thought she was gonna promote her show and keep it cute, but no, like, they were going back and forth. All Wendy wanted to do was just like, can we see the shoes? Can we see the shoes? Shoe cam, please. All right, Joseline, shoe cam.
When has Joseline ever not chose violence and kept it cute? This is why she doesn't get booked on talk shows and is on Zeus.
This woman literally has nothing to lose. So whenever anyone is dealing with her, they should proceed with caution, because she really has no filter and she has nothing to lose. At one point, Joseline was like, when you're going to give me my flowers? And then
here's a flower, come on.
Flower, come on, let's do this.
Oh my God, JoJo, you know what JoJo did? I gotta clap it up for her. I have never seen anybody get in Wendy Williams' ass like that other than her husband when he took half her money.
Well, you know, Omarosa came for her too.
Omarosa, I can't believe this. Joseline Hernandez, who we still can't understand. And I asked my Spanish friends what the hell she's saying, and they don't even know. So we can't even understand her, but she was able to get Wendy Williams. I mean, she gathered her. She swept her up, put her in the dustpan, and put her in the trash like her husband did.
Well, I actually disagree, surprisingly. So I think throughout the entire interview, Wendy was a professional. She didn't let the interview go off the rails. At one point, she did say, "Can we cut this?" But they kept it going. But instead of cursing her out or anything like that, she kept the interview moving. Even though Joseline kept wanting to talk about how Wendy always comes for her, Wendy comes for everybody. And Why would you burn your only bridge on national television? What, you gonna be on the Tonight Show? Are you gonna be on the Late Late Show? Because they ain't booking you. Are you gonna be on The View, The Talk? This is her only medium. So I just thought it was silly for her because Wendy has constantly given her a platform, constantly. So why bite the hand that feeds you, you know? Like, get some thick skin. I can't even take credit for this, but on Twitter, they were like, this was a whole thing of the pot calling the kettle black. She was saying like, why don't you support me, Wendy? I'm like, Joseline, did you see the clip where she was talking about this woman and her abortion and how she was afraid a blood clot was gonna get on her? She said that. This was a new clip.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a very interesting show.
I mean, it's already out.
Oh, well, it's out on Zeus.
It's on Zeus. At one point, she said, I have the #1 television show in the country. She was like, you have the #1 show on Zeus, on an app. I was on Wendy's side mostly because I just think Joseline, she's a loose cannon. I think she needs therapy. I don't know. That's how I feel on it. I think Wendy should have expected it. Her producer warned her that Joseline was like yelling at them or whatever, but she still went on live air anyway with her. So it is what it is. I mean, to see how she treats like other people.
You threw up that Karen Huger. Of course not. Is Jamal coming? Of course not.
Oh my God, I forgot to mention this. So on Married to Medicine, we're getting a Potomac crossover this Sunday with the Green Eyed Bandits and Jamal Bryant with the husbands.
Wait, Jamal is coming?
Jamal is coming. For once, Jamal Bryant.
Wow, I cannot wait to see that. Jamal is coming, and I guess we're going to see, is Juan coming? I'm so glad Juan Dixon is not here right now. Is he coming too? You know what? The Green-Eyed Bandits had to get their men's together and be like, look, we got to at least do one episode where you look like you're going to show up for us because everybody laughs at us like manless Kenya.
But the ladies of Married to Medicine, they're in DC right now because of like Al Sharpton invited them for the anniversary of the march, and they were giving COVID testing. Now, what I thought was really interesting was I think they're going to do a Married to Medicine DC because when they got to their home rental, they invited a couple of their friends, and it was all these lady doctors. And I was like, okay, and one of them was very messy. One of them was a dentist. And she was more messier than Heavenly.
Now, how can you be messier than a heifer who needs to power wash her house? That's messy.
Well, according to Toya, at least she don't look like Heavenly.
I mean, nothing's wrong with the way Heavenly looks. It's more her lack of style and being a dentist with an underbite.
Exactly. But this woman here, she was ready for her close-up. She was like, oh, y'all invite me here and don't even offer me nothing to eat? Where the food at? Is it ready yet? I was like, wow, okay.
But that's honest. You don't invite nobody to nothing. I will never forget one Christmas, I went to one of my white friends' houses, and I mean, all they had was some chips, salsa, and peanuts. And I'm like, I could have stayed home for this.
Look, I don't want to put any of my friends on blast, but I went to somebody's place, and we had to let them know the day of, like, oh, you're not going to have no food? So then they got some food. When I tell you they got enough food for maybe 2 people, I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, this is a 20-piece nugget. Like, we got 8 of us here. When you hosting, like, do it right. Like, I had a finale hosting. I had a sangria spread. I made drinks, like, right here. I made jambalaya. I ordered some Popeye's chicken, 2 boxes. Like, this was the first time, like, I'm in a place where I can host. I'm so happy about that. I can actually fit people in here. So, yeah, it was a fun time.
I am now in the same, and I can't wait to throw a Friendsgiving. But with the picture that y'all saw, if you follow me on my Instagram, I went to a drag race watch party, and there were snacks, there were drinks, there was more than enough food for everybody. Like, they did it right.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind a Married to Medicine DC or DMV.
Yeah, we could do a DMV Married to Medical, in the words of Hefferly.
Because what happened to Houston? I heard about that and then like nothing.
Nobody, because nobody watched. It was like Katy Perry's Witness album. You called the album Witness, but nobody saw it. And honestly, LA don't nobody give a shit about. Southern Charm, New Orleans, like I watched that for the first was it 2 seasons or just one? I think they gave them 2 seasons, but if ain't nobody tuning in, they just move on.
Right. I can't believe Shaz is coming back.
No, Shaz is good. Shaz is good. I got into Shaz during the panty. And I was like, okay. And Shaz also, if you go back, it gives you a Beverly Hills tea. I can vouch for Shaz. And it's nice because it's like, I would say Shaz and Family Karma, it's cool to see like other cultures and how other families interact.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen the Family Karma. I couldn't get into it.
It was, if it wasn't for the panty, first seasons of reality shows are rough. Like that was shot 2 years ago, and I think it really ended up getting aired because of the panty. But it was like once you got into episode 3, it was like, okay, I can kind of get with this. I like the overbearing parents. There were some cute fashions. Like it's watching them, get into their reality show personas. It's that rough first season, but I enjoyed it. Now, I will say Bling Empire, child, they came out the gate.
Oh, yeah, that's how you do it.
They gave us crazy rich agents, and I mean, we ain't seen money like that. They was richer than the Beverly Hills girls. I mean, they were rich.
Oh, yeah. I know you can make the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills look poor.
But they managed.
Yeah.
It's like they all had Sutton money.
Twice over,
and then it was real and legitimate, unlike Erica Jane, who, husband was stealing and Ponzi scheming, and now she's just broke. And also, I have to say, I thought she was smarter than that.
Me too. So DJ Booth, who is, Nicki Minaj's DJ, as well as Wendy Williams' ex-DJ, he praises Nicki Minaj while urging other female rappers to step your bars up. So he went to Instagram and said, man, I miss Nicki just like y'all. Female artists, y'all really got to step y'all bars up and start making music, because some of this shit I'm hearing is terrible. Just saying. Now, the thing is, we can praise Nicki Minaj without trashing other female rappers. And also female rappers, what about the male rappers? Like, the Futures, the Uzi Verts, the Migos, the Lil Anything at this point, Soulja Boy. Y'all want so much talent and expectations from the female rappers, but there's none for men. So I took that as, there was misogyny in that.
I completely agree, and it just makes me want to close my computer at this point. Nicki Minaj, why does everybody have to be like Nicki Minaj? Why can't we celebrate our Sawatis and our Meg Thee Stallions and all the different ways, and our Lizzos and all the different ways that Black women are creating hip hop and rap? Let's celebrate some originality. Like Nicki is Nicki. She did it. Here's a compliment. Nicki Minaj has done Nicki Minaj better than anybody else could ever do Nicki Minaj. That's her. You do you better than anybody else could ever do you. I could never do it. Let's celebrate the authenticity. Let's celebrate something new. I get to be me. I get to do me. Nobody's gonna be Al. Let's celebrate the variety in music. Is that okay?
I agree. I mean, Nicki Minaj, she took her Lil' Kim blueprint and ran with it and made her own. It just frustrates me that Nicki be minding her business probably. She's raising her child. Why people keep bringing up her name? And then we have to talk about it because...
Oh, you know what? Also, I will say you're absolutely right. Nicki, calm down. She ain't beefing with Cardi no more. She done left that stuff alone. She is raising her baby, minding her business, tending to her felon, stopping people from telling the truth in court. But that's a whole nother topic for another time. See, she finally got some business she had to mind.
Yes. She definitely trying to shut that woman up, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you know what we talking about.
Exactly. Well, on that note, I'll see you sooner than I see what my couch looks like, because now I've got to pick it out.
And I'll see you sooner than Joseline's next television appearance.